What's up, guys? So here's my review for UFC 232. It happened yesterday, and a 5 out of 8, which is, it's not bad. I would have been a lot happier though with at least 6 out of 8, but 5 out of 8, I think it's 62.5%, 63%, whatever. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that the score that I give myself, it's always based on the fights that I covered, unless it's like last event that I didn't cover it and I just showed the overall how I did. But in this particular case, I only talked about 8 of them, so those are the 8 ones that I'm going to talk about. Because of my second job, I didn't get to watch I was only able to watch the main card because I didn't get off work till like 8:55 or so. So by that time, the one with Harris and Arlovsky was already over, and so I couldn't see it. So I know a lot of underdogs won, and let's get to it. So the one with Mendes and Volkanovski. So I had Mendes winning by KO round 2, and this is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but I think what cost Mendes the fight was his cardio. And again, if you have a different opinion, good for you. But I thought that was his downfall, because I gave him the first round. I gave the first round to Mendes, but towards the end of it, I noticed that he was taking big breaths, and I was a little worried. I was like, oh crap. Whether it's a combination of bad cardio plus Volkanovski's non-stop pressure, or Mendes was accused of juicing in the past, who knows. But I gave round 1 to Mendes. I was given round 2 to Mendes. I thought he hurt him, he dropped him. It seemed like he was about to, he was getting there to the finish, but Volkanovski survived, and eventually he kind of finished in the same way Conor McGregor did. Chad Mendes ate a big right hand and dropped against the cage, and then Volkanovski just finished him KO round 2, which is what I thought Mendes was going to do. Pretty sad about that one, because I'm a huge fan of Mendes. I've always been, and we heard he retired, which I hope it was just the heat of the moment. I hope he's not retired. He's only the guy's 32, 33. He'll never be champion. Nobody's beating Holloway, but he can still do a few more fights. He can still definitely be a legit top guy. Then Anderson versus Latifi. This was my highlight of the night, really, because overall I did bad, guys. I did, I've said this before. Everybody every now and then has bad events. I had 6 out of 13, which is really bad for my standards, but 5 out of 8 in what I actually covered. But this one was perfect, so I'm proud of this one. Perfect, on point. If you saw my prediction, I said Corey Anderson by decision, boring decision. I said he was the better striker, and his grappling was good enough to not get out-grappled or out-wrestled by Latifi. And that is exactly pinpoint how it went. Corey Anderson by decision, a boring decision. He was able to keep the fight standing every time Latifi tried to shoot, and he just was the better striker. Not many people gave Corey Anderson the a chance, but yeah, perfect. So that was the best thing of the night for me, but whatever. So Anderson by decision. Then the one with Condit versus Chiesa. I talked about how if Chiesa wanted to win this fight, he had to take it to the ground, and man, I'm pissed off about this one. It almost seems as if Greg Jackson, Carlos Condit, and their team decided, what? We're not gonna train takedown defense. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just let Michael Chiesa takes us down at will. Unbelievable. I figured if he's on the same team with John Jones, Sayar Bahadur, and then I think Willis, the guy that fought Uriah Hall, I figured, okay, Condit's takedown defense is going to be sharp, on point. He'll be able to keep it standing and beat Chiesa into a decision. But no, see, I'm not surprised that Chiesa submitted him. I'm surprised as to how effortlessly, how easy he was able to take him down and control him. No explosion from Condit, no just trash takedown defense from a guy that came up from lightweight, you know. I was yelling at the TV, you know, where the fuck is your takedown defense? How is it that this guy can take, even Anthony Pettis did a better job for crying out loud at keeping the fight standing, and just unbelievable. I mean, if the game plan was to actually submit him from his back, that's ridiculous, you know. He's one way to victory was just to keep it standing and outpoint Chiesa. But no, you know, screw Condit, man. That's whatever, you know. Then this one, man, you know, heads off to you, to whoever thought Nunes was going to win by KO in less than a minute, you know. It was basically, I mean, there's not much to say about the fight. It lasted, what, 51 seconds? 51 seconds. Cyborg just went in, bull rush, and started swinging, but so did Amanda Nunes. And Amanda Nunes was definitely faster, and you know, I gotta say, I think she punches harder than Cyborg, because you know, 15 seconds or 20 seconds into the fight, Cyborg was already rocked, you know, and then she was in survival mode / brawling mode. She was just swinging, and then the final punch that Amanda Nunes threw, it bent Cyborg backwards. Like, she fell, bent over. It was just a destruction. Man, I don't see anyone beating Amanda Nunes. I see people say, "Oh, Cyborg got exposed." Nah, this has nothing to do with being exposed. That's how Cyborg usually fights: pressure, brawl. You know. But she got into somebody that can do the same, and I admit I was way off on this one. Nunes is a bigger bully, it seems, than Cyborg when it comes to that. And then Jones, well, he did a lot better than what I thought, because if you remember the prediction, I mean, I had Jones winning, but I thought it was going to be a split decision, and in a very well contested fight. I was pretty drunk when this fight was happening, guys. If I remember correctly, I gave the first round to Jones, not by much though. Like, I mean, it could have been given to Gustafsson maybe, but the second round Jones started throwing those leg kicks, and you can tell they were hurting Gustafsson. Like, they were taking its toll. What's interesting though, great takedown defense from Gustafsson that first round. I mean, basically he stopped every single takedown except for the last one that got him finished. No uppercuts though from Gustafsson. No uppercuts at all. You know, and we've seen him throw really nice, really fast uppercuts, but for whatever reason he didn't use them versus Jones. Whether it was because he didn't have his, you know, found his range, or afraid of, he was, you know, concerned about the takedown or whatever. I mean, Jones destroyed him. You know, Johnson's back. Whether you accuse him of juicing, talent, whatever, nobody's beating Jones in the light heavyweight division, and hopefully he bites Cormier at heavyweight. So those are the five from the main card, and the other three I did not watch them, but I did cover them. So I had Millender. I thought he was going to destroy CR, but looks like it went to a decision. I had Uriah Hall KO TKO round 1. I see that he won KO TKO round 3. Another part of that one, a lot of people thought Lewis was going to win. A lot of people thought Bahadur Soto was going to win too. So I was like those. And then I thought Harris would land a big shot that would knock out Arlovsky, but no, Arlovsky did. I didn't watch it, so. But Harris won. 5 out of 8, 63%. I'll take it. And then we have like a 2.5 week break for the next UFC, and it's a great one. It's actually a great, you know, TJ versus Cejudo. So we've got Cerrone, Hernandez, Kutalaba, Teixeira. Certainly be dropping predictions for that one. Alright guys, have a good one. Happy New Year's.